Hey guys, it's Kevin again. This is my review for Big Brother 16 Episode 5. This was the first live eviction of the season, which always are the craziest episodes, and this episode, not as crazy as double evictions, of course, that's not for a while, but, you know, this was still a very crazy episode. A lot of stuff happened in this episode, and let's just get to it, because overall it was just a really crazy episode. First of all, let's talk about Joey. Of course, we know Joey was the target this week, and basically, Joey, in this episode, she had the stupidest ways of trying to sway the votes and get them to, you know, not vote her out. She wanted to get Paolo out, obviously. And, you know, Caleb before talked to Paolo and said, you know, everything's gonna be okay, you're not the target, you're just a pawn, which is fine. So, you know, Paolo is, you know, she was safe. She was, well, he's informing her that she's safe and everything, so that's a good thing. But basically, Joey had the stupidest thing that I think ever. The thing that she said was basically that her birthday's on February 7th, and if there's 7 votes, that might be lucky for her. Like, what? That is the dumbest thing ever. Like, that does not make any sense to me, and I don't understand why she said that. It made no sense at all. And I was just like, what? Like, that didn't make any sense at all. And I really was just like, I did not like that. I thought that was stupid. What Joey does next is stupider. We'll talk about what she does next. So basically, what Joey does next is she decides to basically dress up. Before, though, Devin actually did something. Devin went to every single... And Devin really is driving me insane. Let me just say that. Devin is driving me absolutely insane. I think he's a nice guy, he is, but he's way too involved with everyone. Like, he cares more about other people's games than his own. Like, Devin, it's not their $500,000, it's your $500,000. $500,000 here, Devin, that's what you want. It's not their $500,000. Like, by telling them what you want them to do, you're not their dictator, you're just a player in the game. Like, seriously, Devin. He literally goes up to every single player and says, who are you gonna vote for? 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 And honestly, that's really annoying. If Devin came up to me and said, who are you gonna vote for? I'd just be like, I don't know yet. I'm still deciding, but I'll let you know. That's what I do, because honestly, it's none of his business who I'm voting for. This is what annoyed me last season, was the unanimous voting. He wanted a unanimous vote. And this annoyed me last season, of course, because everybody did what the house wanted. And, you know, people last season were like, I sadly vote to evict, I sadly vote to evict. Like, we didn't want that again. But of course, everyone's very threatened by Devin and everything, so we really didn't know what was going to happen there. Now, Joey does probably the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Now, Joey here knows that there's a guys alliance, of course, and she wants the girls to try, she wants to try to get the girls to keep her, basically. She decides to put on her alter ego, Alex. Now, this is probably one of the dumbest things I've seen in Big Brother history. Like, not just Big Brother, Big Brother, 16, period. Big Brother, period. This is one of the dumbest things ever. This is one of the dumbest things because she puts on this hat, pretends to be a boy named Alex, who is her alter ego, and basically try to, you know, I don't know what she was trying to do, but honestly, it just came across as really obnoxious, really annoying. Yes, it was funny, but it was funny. It wasn't threatening, it wasn't fun. She was trying to seem threatening, and it was funny. It didn't work, Joey. I'm sorry, but your whole trying to be threatening thing, it did not work. I did not find anything about that threatening. I found it hilarious. I did. I found it absolutely hysterical, and you wanted to be hilarious, good for you, because that's exactly what you did. But honestly, all she did was put a target on her back because everyone else just said she's insane. In the diary room, they're like, Joey's insane. Like, seriously, I agree, she's insane. That's the thing for me. She's insane. So then what happens is we see that Caleb and Amber, Caleb really likes Amber. And, you know, he wants to possibly start a showmance with her. And it seems like everything's going to go well with them. You know, it seems like they're talking and everything. However, he then says the wrong thing to her when he says how, I saw you looking at me. And it's just like, he's trying way too hard to start up a showmance. I understand you like Amber, but That is not what you do. What you do is you just talk to her. You just talk to her, and you have a general conversation with her. If they would have had a general conversation, I would have been fine with that. You know, just have a general conversation with her, and everything will work out for you. I just think he's trying way too hard to get someone that he's not going to get. And basically what he did, he's just not going to get her that way. It doesn't work. So, yeah, that was interesting. And, so yeah, that happened. And then what ended up happening was we saw it was time for the live eviction. And of course, it was between Joey and Paula. And it was a unanimous vote for Joey. Now, how do I feel about this unanimous vote? I can understand why they did this unanimous vote. You know, I would have been upset if it was unanimous vote for someone who shouldn't have been unanimous vote for. But for Joey, I understand. Because I think the thing is with Joey, she's too much to handle. She's way too much to handle, and that's really just too much to think about when you're in this game. There's already tons of drama, tons of stress, and that just puts more stress on them. If I saw Joey doing that, I would just be like, what's wrong with you? Like, seriously, that's all I'd just be in my head, like, what's wrong with you? I'd laugh, but that's just because she's making a fool out of herself, and I wasn't surprised that Joey left. So she left, so that means Team America has lost a member already, which, by the way, they did not say this, but Joey actually revealed Team America to Hayden, and they did not show this on the show, and I'm pretty sure they show this because Big Brother just wants to cover up, doesn't want Team America to be, like, exposed on live TV. They don't want to make themselves look like idiots, so that's probably why they did that. I don't know why, but that's what they decided. They decided not to show that, and honestly, I think it was the best thing to do, because if they would have showed that, and then they talked about Team America, it really would have made them look like idiots, and it's best to just pretend that did not happen because Joey's gone. So I'm pretty sure that's why they didn't show it, because Joey was gone, so it makes sense why they didn't show it. Now, Joey's interview, what the hell was that? What the fuck was that interview? That was the weirdest thing ever. Like, seriously. That interview of Joey's, she seemed like she was, like, high or something. I don't know. Like, she was completely out of it. She was answering all the questions in a very strange way. Like, I don't know if it was her nerves or if she wasn't expecting to leave. Joey, why were you not expecting to leave? You knew the Girls' Alliance was a bad thing, and she admitted the Girls' Alliance was a bad thing. It was just like, I don't know, I was not a fan of her interview at all. I thought it was really dumb, and she's one of the worst players in this game. I'm gonna admit it right now. She's one of the worst players in this game by far, and I'm actually really happy that she left, because it was just like, we need to get her out of the house. So I'm glad that Joey left overall. So then, of course, it was time for the HOH competition. Now, everyone was wondering how are they going to do this. It looks like what they're going to do is one boy, one girl. That's what they're going to do. So basically, the girls went first, and the challenge was they had to, like, take these tanks and carry them over to this thing, place them on this rack, and then, like, whoever buzzed in won HOH. And the boys had to throw frisbees at them, which, honestly, that would be fun. I have no problem with throwing frisbees. I think that'd be fun, honestly. Sort of like, sabotaging their game, but honestly, that's just kind of fun. But, of course, Amber ended up taking that, which, honestly, I think it's a good thing. I think she's a good player overall. She's made good decisions. She's not malicious. She's a good player, and I definitely think she definitely does deserve it, because she's very good overall. So, I'm happy that Amber took that one. I would have wanted Nicole or Christine or even Joe Costa. I like those three of them. I like the three of them, or Brittany. I like the four of them. But Amber taking it, I think that's a good thing, because if Amber stays HOH, then I think she'd make a very good HOH. Then it was time for the boys to go, and when the boys went, we had a bit of a problem, because the boys took a little bit longer to go, and it appeared that Cody won HOH. However, Julie then said, we need to take a look at the tape, as there might have been a mistake. So she's thinking there might have been a mistake in somewhere, there might have been a mistake somewhere, and I'm just like, what? What does that mean? But then we find out who the first member of Team America is, because, now there's no Joey, so obviously we're starting over with Team America. I really hope this does not keep happening, because that's going to get really annoying. Say, like, the person that's the first member is the one that ends up leaving. I really hope that doesn't end up happening, because Donnie is the new member of Team America, which honestly is great, because Donnie has been getting shit on all week long. Like, seriously, he has been getting shit on from everyone all week long. It's about time that Donnie gets something nice in his life. I'm happy that Donnie got that, because he does deserve it. I think Donnie definitely does deserve that, and I'm happy that he got that. He deserves it. So, Donnie getting that, I definitely give applause to him for that, because, I mean, I give applause to America because he definitely does deserve that. And then when we find out, after the reveal of Team America, is we find that there was a mistake. Cody actually tripped on his feet before he hit the buzzer, so he's not HOH. So the person that's HOH is actually Devin. How do I feel about Devin winning HOH? I don't know how Devin's going to be. Devin just, to me, is way too controlling. I feel Devin's way too controlling. I really hope that Amber ends up being the actual HOH and Devin's just the second HOH. That's what I hope, because I don't know. I don't think Devin's going to make a good HOH. He seems very controlling of everyone. Everyone's pretty scared of him, honestly, so I don't know if Devin's really the best person to be HOH. I don't know. That's what I think. So overall, what do I think is going to happen? Who do I think they're going to target? I think definitely Paula is going to be one of their targets, because they wanted to get her out. You know, she was the pawn before, she's going to be a pawn again. She seems to be just, like, sort of like the one that, you know, the one that they're going to target a lot. I hope it's not like Spencer last year, where they're on the block every week, but they don't go home. I hate when that happens. It's so annoying. Luckily, there aren't too many floaters this season, which is a good thing. There are a couple, like, Paula is a floater. She hasn't done anything that big, in my opinion. So she's kind of a floater. We have a couple floaters. There aren't too many, though, which is a good thing. I really hope, and by the way, we can pick the next 2 members of Team America. I would probably vote for Frankie and Nicole. I like them. I think Frankie is probably the best player in this game, in my opinion. He's very funny to watch. He actually makes very strategic game moves. He said probably one of the most funniest things in the diary room when voting for eviction I've ever heard. He's like, I vote to competitively evict Joey. Like, that was a great way to do it, because honestly, we knew he had a friendship with Joey, but he did it because it was a strategic game move, and that was a good thing, honestly. So, I'm glad he did that. Now, who do I think, Amber's going to target? Now, that I really don't know. Now, Amber's with the bomb squad, as we know. So, either way, a member from the bomb squad has one HOH. Either way. So, that's a good thing. Because, you know, I like the bomb squad. I think they're a good alliance overall. My only issue with the bomb squad is I just hope they end up, you know, now we know that they're not going to, nothing bad's going to happen to them. Because as we know, last year, they ran for 1 week, and then someone from the bomb squad ended up getting put up as for, you know, for eviction, and it was Nick that left. You know, he was the one that created the moving company last year, and you know, then they split up because Nick left and then Jeremy left, and then, you know, I hope that does not happen this year. I really would hope that doesn't happen this year, because I like this alliance overall. I like the people in the alliance, minus Devin. I don't really know if I trust Devin. I don't know if they even trust Devin. They've said it before. They don't know if they trust Devin. Frankie even said this guy's a mess. However, they can't just kick him out of the alliance, because that's not the right thing to do. However, I do like Zach and Cody and Frankie and Amber and Christine and Derek and Caleb. I like those people in that alliance. It's just Devin I have a problem with, in my opinion. That's the only person I have a problem with. By the way, Joey knew about the alliance. Joey found out about the alliance, and, like, I don't know what was wrong with that, but yeah, but overall, I enjoyed this episode. Another crazy episode. Definitely a crazy episode, because, you know, the whole thing with Cody not winning HOH, that was actually really surprising. I don't think that's ever happened before. At least I've seen up to, by the way, I've seen only up to Big Brother 12, so just so you guys know. But, you know, I thought that was definitely very interesting. But overall, I thought this was a very good episode. Looking forward to Sunday's episode. I'm wondering who Devin's gonna target, because it seems like Devin, even though he's with the bomb squad, it seems like he wants to do his own thing. It seems like he has his own game. He has his own moves. He knows what he wants to do. And even if the bomb squad tells him not to do it, he's gonna do it. For example, him not telling them about putting up Amber and Christine. You know, him inviting Amber and Christine to the bomb squad. He never told them about that, and of course they got upset with him about that. So I understand, you know, I don't really know what Devin's gonna do. However, I do think Donnie is going to be put up this week. I really hope Donnie does win POV, though, because I think he's a really nice guy, and I really hope he doesn't get evicted. He's a nice guy, and the reason he hasn't made any big moves yet is because he doesn't really have many friends who, you know, support him right now, and now that he's in Team America, that'd be a good advance for him. I really hope it doesn't end up like this week, where the person from Team America ends up leaving, because that's honestly going to be really annoying if that happens. But that's basically it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video, which is going to be another classic mirror review. So I'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.